Right. I tend to agree with you. You like the sides pretty much at this length, just a little bit shorter to give you a little more fullness.
Yes, and I like my ears covered.
Yeah, I like covering your ears, but I do agree with you 100% that this is getting heavy here and it's dragging. And as soon as we remove some of this so you don't see as much from the front, you're going to get more volume here and less in through here.
I was glad I had a chance to grow when somebody says they want to cut your hair. But you've got to have something to cut or you can't do it.
Now your hair, you've got fantastic hair. You really do. I mean, there's not too much wave. It's not too straight. Just looking
And I have a very high forehead, so I like long bangs.
I think the eye's always drawn to the missing link, and with the amount of weight you're seeing here, it's accentuating this being thinner. So I think balance is very important, and I think by lightening this up a little bit so that the picture has a consistency and continuity of what's going on here is going on here. And you like it coming forward? You like it going back?
No, forward.
You like it all coming forward?
Yeah.
Good. No, I agree. I think it's a great look on you. The back kind of comes down like this. Let's look at the back together real quick.
That's the way it grows. That always grows faster.
Well, the good news is I have a little bit of control in terms of how we address the back. And when you see the back like that, you see how it's coming almost to a point in here?
Right.
I want to remove this in through here.
Yes.
Where it just graduates nice and soft here. It's not going to be severe or too tight. But right now it's coming down a little bit too much to an oval. And to my point earlier, in design, eye is always drawn to the missing link. So my eye is immediately drawn to two things. The back coming down to kind of an oval conical point, and the fact that this looks too fine in relationship to this, or put a different way, this looks too thick and heavy in relationship to this.
Okay.
But you've got a lovely shape base. Has anyone ever told you what shape base you have?
No.
What would you say if I just said, what shape is your face in?
Oval.
It is oval. It is, because it is. It's a very round shape. You've got a great sense of yourself. You have a taller forehead, and what do you do with your hair on a daily basis or every other day basis? Do you get your hair do you blow it dry? Do you let it dry naturally? Tell me what you do.
I blow it so it's just a little moisture left in it. And then I have a hair dryer curling iron.
Okay.
It's a brush dryer.
It's a brush dryer combination
round.
that you all use in one hand.
Yes.
And it gives it that rounded look. And you run that through.
Yeah, because I can't do a dryer in a comb or whatever.
Well, it's a real dance when you do it that way between your left and right hand.
So I use that brush thing, and then I have a curling iron that I just add a little more curl to, and that's it.
I love it. That's great. Yeah, I think I'm going to modernize the look a little bit, just to give it, again, more of a, it's still in a classical way, but I think once we rebalance the shape, it's going to have... Sorry?
The kind of cut.
Right now it's a bit of a heavy, do you remember years ago the wedge?
Dorothy Hamill, I loved it.
This is a little bit of that wedge, but it's because of the length back in here. I see you with a long version of that.
That's what
in
I
its
try
most
to tell
classical
people, but I'm too old, and the young ones don't know what I'm talking about.
See, you know what? Yeah, well that's true. It's like, who's Dorothy Hamill?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm old enough to remember Dorothy Hamill, but I think that there are certain classics. I happen to know the gentleman who cut Dorothy Hamill's hair. He worked at Vidal Sassoon.
Wasn't it wonderful?
And it was a great shape.
For her and what she did.
Right.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Later, the same stylist cut Demi Moore's hair for the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze. And she had that modification of that wedge. And there's many interpretations of it. And sometimes when you tell a hairstylist, well, just give me a wedge, you're going to get his or her version of that.
DA?
Yes, yes.
I don't want that.
Well, you're going to get Scott Fisher's version that's going to not be to this or to that, with your best interest in mind. We're going to start off with a wonderful shampoo, and then we're going to cut it, and it's going to be wonderful. All right, cut camera.